What's up guys, in this tutorial I will show you the best PUBG mobile settings and sensitivity options to improve your gaming performance and help you win. I will leave a detailed guide with all of the sensitivity settings in the video description below. Open up PUBG Mobile and navigate to your settings. In the Basic tab, you have the option to change your server location. When tapping on it, you can preview your ping to all of the available servers in this list. I suggest picking the one with the best connection. In my case, that would be Asia. Once selected, you cannot change it again within 60 days. Under Controls, most professionals prefer to keep the display left side fire button option to always on. A lot of these layout customization settings will heavily come down to personal preference, the device you are using, and what you are used to, so make sure to try out some new layouts in the training mode. In your scope settings, make sure to enable the camera rotation while aiming down sights option. Below, enable the peak setting, which will help you a lot while playing the game. Set the lean mode to tap and enable the camera rotation while leaning option. In your advanced control settings, you can enable or disable some features while in-game, such as auto jump or headshot sound effects. In most cases, these will come down to personal preference, but I like to enable the universal mark setting. Disable jump/climb as well as quick throw, auto jump, and the throw consumable setting. Enable slide and FPP dynamic holding, which will lower the weapon when in a non-shooting state, as it will help you observe your surroundings. Below, increase your sprint sensitivity to around 60%. If you plan on making screenshots or recording your gameplay on your mobile device, then make sure to enable the Transparent UI Mode option. This will allow you to toggle the UI to be transparent while in-game. Set the third-person perspective camera view to around 86 and first-person perspective camera view to 97. Below, under Assist Features, you should consider enabling the Aim Assist setting. Some professional players like to disable this option, as it can mess up their aim, especially in close combat or when multiple enemies are around. But for new players, this setting should help a lot. You can enable the Auto Mark Hit Locations option, which will auto-mark the hit location when you or your teammates hit an enemy, but this can be distracting for some players. Enable the Continuously Use Bandages option, as well as Blocked Sight Warning for new players. When playing the Aftermath map, you should enable the Main Screen Audio Markers option. This will display nearby audio markers on the minimap and the main screen. Below, you should also enable these three settings. The gyroscope can help you aim, as it uses your device's position to aim. This can be somewhat imprecise, and I prefer to disable this option. Some players like to use it, so make sure to test this option in the training mode. For more performance, disable the Record Highlight Moments option. The Death Replay setting can help you figure out if the enemy is cheating and is generally enabled for most users. Lastly, the Last Control setting lets you enable the Tutorial Assistant, but for most players, this will be very distracting, so make sure to disable it. Under Customize Buttons, you can choose whether you have a fixed or floating fire button. When tapping on Customize, you can change the location of each button. After creating a new layout, you have the option to save it as a new layout, and you can also apply old layouts you have used before. When expanding the menu below, you can change the button size and transparency when selecting a button. You can then exit your layout customization settings, and under Vehicle, you can choose which layout will be shown when entering a vehicle while in-game. Again, tap on Customize to change the layout and save your changes when you're done. In your vehicle settings, you can also set the driving camera from follow to free view, which will not adjust itself when reaching a certain speed with the vehicle. I prefer to disable the vehicle music setting. In the sensitivity tab, all of these settings will be set to a minimum by default, which is not always the best option for you and your device. When using the gyroscope while aiming, then make sure to adjust your settings in the gyroscope tab. The most used and season expert settings will give you a good idea on which sensitivity settings are popular and most effective when playing PUBG Mobile. But these will also come down to a lot of factors, such as your hand size, device type, and other variables. I will leave the settings some professionals use in my extensive guide linked in the video description. Under ADS, you might want to enable the Separate Settings option. This will allow you to adjust the aim down sights sensitivity setting separately, as the name suggests. It's recommended to upload your overall sensitivity settings in case you have to log in again or use a different account. This will make sure that you have access to your custom settings on the device you are logging in. Next, navigate to your Advanced Sensitivity settings. Here, you can add customized settings for each firearm. Making too many changes in your sensitivity settings can ultimately mess up your aim, so only make changes to your advanced sensitivity settings when you know what you're doing. In your Pickup configuration settings, you can first of all enable the Auto Pickup option, which will allow you to automatically pick up items on the ground on the rules set below. Next, enable or disable the Auto Pickup settings for items such as Level 3 backpacks, scopes, and more. Below, you have the option to set a limit for how much ammunition is picked up for each type of weapon. Next, set a Consumables Auto Pickup limit for your medkits, bandages, painkillers, first aid kits, energy drinks, and adrenaline syringes. Your graphic settings will have a lot of impact on the performance and quality of your gameplay. I will set these for a low to mid-end device, and it will in turn also reduce distractions generated by the game and will help you run PUBG Mobile smoothly on any mobile device you wish to use. The overall graphic setting should be set to smooth or balanced. Balanced will allow the game to change your graphic setting according to your device's available resources, which is what I use on an iPhone 11 Pro Max. Below, change the frame rate option to high. Ultra and extreme are not necessary, especially on low refresh rate devices. The style setting will not reduce your performance, but should make enemies and items more or less visible while playing the game. I like to set this to colorful, but again, this particular setting will come down to personal preference. Disable anti-aliasing if you want to decrease the battery consumption of the game. Disable shadows as they may be distracting for some users and will drain your battery and mobile gaming performance. Slightly increase your brightness option to help spot enemies in dark areas. And below, you can change the distance between the user interface and the side of the screen. This is useful for devices with a notch, such as iPhones. After tapping on OK, your graphic settings will be applied immediately. You can then navigate to the Effects tab. Here, change the hit color from green to red, and change the other effects option to green. This will make the game appear more realistic and it's what most pro players use. Under Crosshair, you can change the crosshair color. It's recommended to set this to a color that stands out, so don't set it to green or blue. You can change the red dot sight crosshair style as well as the canted sight crosshair style. After changing these settings, navigate to the Audio tab. I have reduced the master audio slider to a minimum to record this tutorial. You have the option to change your SFX quality option to Ultra, which will require you to download a 50 MB file and restart your device. This can use up some of your device's resources and induce lag, so make sure that you're using a higher-end device. Below, make sure to decrease the team voice setting for the microphone a bit, as some users like to scream into their microphones or don't mute their mic while in-game. After adjusting your in-game settings, it's suggested to try them out in the training mode of the game, as it can take some time to get used to them. In case you have any further issues or problems following this tutorial, then I suggest following my extensive guide linked in the description below. I hope this helped you out. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and see you in the next one.